Matthew with the Washington Post. We are here at MGM National Harbor in Maryland with the very talented pop operatic trio Il Volo.
Yep.
You guys are on this massive world tour called Notte Magica. It's a tribute to the three tenors. Wanted to ask you right off the bat, what are some of the big numbers people are going to hear from you? Nessun Dorma has to be one of them, right?
Yes, what we are doing is to show also the beauty of this kind of music that was born in the 90s with Luciano Pavarotti, José Carreras, and Plácido Domingo. But it's the first time that three young men of 20 years old sing this kind of music. So this is probably something new. And what we are going to sing in this tour, and especially tonight in Washington, is all the best of the three tenors repertoire, like Nessun Dorma, or songs from West Side Story, Maria and Tonight, and also songs from Naples and My Way also. It's going to be a very romantic show, for sure.
So people who think of the three tenors, you often think of these very theatrical performances, right? You mentioned West Side Story, Funicula, I don't know, just what are your thoughts on how drama and character and emotion and passion play into your performances? How do you conjure up that emotion? Do you have to bring character to it? What do you think, Ignacio?
I think the music brings to have that character and that feelings. You know, sometimes we say that this kind of music, the opera and the classical music, discovered us because some people think that it's boring. The young generation think that it's boring or it's not that interesting. But as long as you heard for the first time classical music or opera, you fell in love because it really brings you in another world. In this music make you feel like free, really emotion.
How do you get into that frame of mind, though? How do you conjure up that emotion before you actually go on stage to sing these timeless songs, these love songs, these songs about passion, sometimes about lost love? How do you get into that character and that frame of mind?
I think that's the power of being an artist. Because being an artist is not just to open the mouth and sing. You have to be an actor too.
Right.
Because if you have to perform a song, you have to know what the song means. So every concert, every stage, every audience has its history to share the moment and to share when you go back home with other people. So every night is not the same concert, even though it's the same repertoire. But you have new people, new stage, new area. So every concert for us, it looks like it's the first one.
Gianluca, I wanted to ask you, I used to work at a PBS station. People who watch public broadcasting are super familiar with you guys. You've done 3 successful concerts for that network. By blending opera and pop, do you think you're making your music more accessible to a younger audience, people your age? Do you see kids and teenagers at your shows too?
Okay, we are not in the 90s anymore, so that's a little bit sad because, as you know, time changed a lot. Also, music. But this is the power of the Italian culture all around the world. Not just with the food, or we are talking about Italy, and people love Italy. Also with the music. As you know, there are many artists, not Italian, but they used to sing in Italian, like Josh Groban, like Il Divo. I can tell many artists that they are not Italian, but they used to bring also the Italian culture through the music all around the world. So this is what we want to do. But I mean, for the younger generation, it's very important that guys of 20 years old sing and show to them what is this music. So just us or many, if you want to sing it, if you want to be singers and singing opera, please do it. Do it because it's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Ignacio, tell us how you guys met. How did you put the band together?
Well, we met an Italian TV show, and the producer decided to put our 3 voices together because we were single singers. And then this program we signed a contract with a record company, American label, and everything started.
So it was pretty standard, but you guys are really young. What was it like to gain fame at such a young age?
For example, one of the most beautiful things we have done in our career in 2012 was performing on tour as special guest with Barbra Streisand. So we learned so much things with them.
Yeah, actually, to add on to that, you guys have performed with some of the biggest names in music. Barbra Streisand, you mentioned Andrea Bocelli. Who's the coolest person that you've gotten to perform with? Do you have I'm sure all of them are great, but do you have a cool story?
I think the coolest one is Placido Domingo, because he's in his 70s.
One of the original three tenors?
Yes, one of the original three tenors. So when we called him to introduce him this project, the tribute to the three tenors, and this album, Notte Magica, he says, "Oh guys, I love the idea, but I'll be with you on stage." So from that moment, he's our favorite idol of all the times.
If you weren't singing, what would be your second career choice? Like, if you weren't a musician, what would you be doing right now, Ignacio?
I would be a sport person, maybe, or...
Which sport?
I like everything. I like soccer, and tennis, everything.
Table tennis.
Table tennis.
Ping pong? What about you guys? Jean-Luc
I don't know,
Piero.
maybe at your place, probably.
Yeah?
Who knows?
The Washington Post?
The Washington Post.
Be a journalist?
Maybe I don't know.
Do you have any hobbies other than singing? You guys aren't like closeted bakers or are
Italian
you?
people love play soccer.
Yeah.
So we love soccer, the
Yeah.
three of us.
Some of your contemporaries are boy bands like the Jonas Brothers, One Direction. Do you reject that boy band label, or do you kind of accept it when you're in Europe or like even in America? Do people like fawn over you and sort of like your
course.
Justin Timberlake in the 90s or something?
Of course, we accept
Yeah.
them. And
Gianluca's like nodding, like, yeah.
we admire them. So when you get this success, you have to be like grateful all the time, and you have to admire people. I think as we always say, the talent is a gift from God, but then the success is a job. So it's your power and how you work to get the success.
You guys are on tour in America now. What are some of the big differences between an American audience and a European audience that you find?
Actually, it's the same for our audience, our fans. But in South America and in Italy, you can see people from all the age. It's unbelievable. To kids from 1 to 92. No?
Sure.
In the United States, it's more like adults that used to listen to operatic pop music, But we are getting closer to the young generation, so we are happy about that because, as you probably can see tonight, there are people from really. You can see the grandma with the daughter and with the granddaughter. So that's the most beautiful thing about it.
You guys started off this first leg of this massive tour at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. What was that like? What was that experience like playing Radio City Music Hall?
Well, we had the pleasure to perform there in 2013 for the first time, and it's been amazing. But coming back with this project at Radio City has been more amazing, more exciting, and well, New York is an important city to us. It's an important audience, and see that the concert went sold out in less than 3 months, 2 months, for this kind of music, and it's amazing.
You guys are going to be touring the East Coast. You were in Philadelphia, you were in New York, you're here in DC and Maryland. A lot of these cities have little Italies, a large number of Italian, a good number of Italian demographics, restaurants, tons of stuff. What has that experience been like? Have you visited any of these sort of Italian enclaves?
We always go around the cities, and we like to taste and to try everything they have. We know that we have many Italians everywhere we go. Everywhere you go, especially in the States, like the 80% of the people who live in the States, they have origins from Italy. Mm-hmm. But in our show, we don't have just Italians. We have the 80%, they are real American. Because American, they love this music. And when American people talk about Italian music, they talk about the bel canto, the music we play. So what we want to do is to bring this to all the Americans, to all the people. They cannot be in Italy, but we bring Italy to them.
But of course, we have so many Italian friends all around America.
Sure, sure. So now that you guys are touring in America, have you tried any American dishes that you really like? I mean, you like pizza or burgers or hot dogs or like what do you guys like?
But we can say also that we, in a certain way, we grew up in the United States because we used to travel to this country since when we were 14 years old. And now we are 22. Pierre is turning 24 this year. So we grew up in the United States. We tasted everything. We eat and we did everything we needed to do, really. We had fun.
Musically, who are some of your biggest influences? I mean, I know the Three Tenors obviously influenced you, Domingo Carreras, Pavarotti, but who else?
We used to listen all kinds of music, and one of my idols is Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, cool.
And I also love the voice of Brian McKnight and all the soul music.
That's great. So a lot of old school R&B. I like that.
Yep.
What about you, Gianluca?
I like Justin Timberlake. He's
You
my
like Justin
favorite.
Timberlake?
Yes. Justin Bieber too.
Have you guys gotten to meet either of those people or any of these people that you're talking
Yes.
about? Yes?
What?
Stevie Wonder, not yet.
Stevie Wonder, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet, but soon, hopefully. Piero, what about you?
I love
Maria.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley?
Elvis Presley.
Cool.
But the new
Johnny,
ones.
Johnny Mitchell.
The new
Oh,
ones.
new ones. Oh, I love Adele.
Joni Mitchell, that's really interesting. That's cool.
Johnny
I
Mitchell.
like that.
That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Because we have all the background, like we used to listen to Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Elvis Presley. So, but the new ones. So
Oh, I
Bruno
love-
Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
He's one of the greatest, yes.
Have you guys thought of covering any of these artists? Like, if you were to sing like a pop song of today in like Il Volo style, what pop song would that be?
Some song from Coldplay.
Something from
or
Coldplay?
U2.
You
but
too?
actually, we don't like to do that.
You don't like to do that?
Because we are not a cover band. I mean, we are, but not like, like
Sure,
you're
sure.
doing. Because we have our signature songs, especially in Italy. They are very well-known songs, but we used to sing the Italian culture. We don't sing songs of other artists like Coldplay or Justin
Sure.
Timberlake.
It happened, but one or two in an album, not in a full album.
We have our personality. I mean,
Sure, absolutely. The music scene is super eclectic right now, especially on the international level. Who are some artists or groups that you would like to perform with? Maybe like your top three, do a duet with. Or
You too.
you too?
yeah. Or maybe Sting.
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. That's cool. So we work for the Washington Post here. You're performing in D.C. I have to ask, now that you're here in America, how do people back home view our newly elected president, Mr. Trump? Do you have any comment on that? Or what are what are people saying?
We already have Berlusconi.
No. We didn't.
Oh, no.
We didn't vote, so we didn't choose him.
Yeah.
But if you Americans, you choose them. You choose him. We are from Italy. We care about our president, but also, the president of the United States is the most important president of the world because America influenced all the other countries. So we hope God he does good. So
Yeah.
that's all we can do. Just hope. Finger crossed.
So last question. So
But
for-
not just because it's
Yeah,
Trump,
it's
but
about-
because he's a president,
Yeah. So as you said, whoever the president is, it affects it affects everybody globally. So that's really good insight. Last question for people who are going to be joining you on this tour. You're in America now. You're going to go to Latin America. Were you in Europe already, or are you going to head to Europe?
Be there in May.
We're
Okay.
gonna be in Europe, and then in November we are gonna be in Japan and Australia.
Oh, so you're going to Asia too. That's great.
Yeah, Asia and Australia.
Okay, so give people a preview of what they can expect in a few sentences. People going to see these shows all over the world. In a few sentences, what can they expect from Il Volo this
Well,
tour?
if we see the concert, like if you look for the concert, you can see that it's not the magic, it's an elegant classic show. But we try to have fun always, having fun with what we love, music and this passion, and distribute, and remember our three greatest idol.
Sure.
And for one night, we want people let them feel in Italy, even though we're not in Italy. So when they go back home, they have to say, "Oh, I was in Italy for one night."
Sure.
So just
great.
3 words: romantic night, tears of joy, and big smiles.
Fantastic. Il Volo, I want to thank you guys for joining us. You're about to perform just a few steps away from this patisserie that we're at. I want to thank you for joining us.
You want to come
there.
with us to warm up the voices?
We would love to. We would love to. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure.
All right,
you very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Marie Matthew with the Washington Post will sign it off here. Thank you.